Hello and welcome to Cutter Builds. We're back with another episode of Icarus, and today we are heading back over to the cave, and we've got a couple of upgrades on us. The intent here is to finish exploring this cave once and for all, and hopefully clean it all out and be done with it. And then we're going to be upgrading our base to hopefully have stone walls here. We're tired of repairing this wood all the time, and so it's time to finally build what I'll call maybe the start of our permanent base. This little wood shack was always intended to just be something to get us through, get us started, and I'm looking forward to actually putting some thought into building something that's going to look cool and be functional. We've apparently survived on the planet for a total of 5 hours now. Awesome. Now, a couple of people have suggested to me that we should build a chest inside of the cave here. And so I'm going to knock down this tree and get a little bit of wood. And this wood's going to let us have a chest sitting there. We can mine out the entire cave without all of the worms and such respawning. And then we can just make some trips back and forth with that chest, rather than what we've been doing, which is making trips back and forth and then having to kill all these worms again after we get there. It's a little bit of a hassle. This will work so much better. Being careful that we don't run into anything too dangerous here. There have been a few random creatures about from time to time, and at least our cave looks like it's still going to be open this time. So we're going to peek our way in here, see if we can spawn this first batch of worms that's usually here. Oh goodness, they're here in force. It's 2 shots to kill them if I can hit them in the open jaw. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so before we continue in any further here, I'm going to go ahead and just build this chest. And we're going to slap this chest down right here in the entranceway. Somewhere around here should work great. And I can go ahead and just dump all of this off. We've also got a little bit of excess food on us, that's alright. And the other thing I did, I can't recall if I mentioned it already, but we built ourselves a backpack here, which gives us a little bit more carrying capacity, gives us more suit slots, but more importantly, it reduces the carrying weight of ores. So we're going to be able to mine out more of this cave and get it back with us with a little bit less weight restrictions, which will be awesome. I'm kind of taking a look around here, making sure that we didn't miss any ore deposits up on the sides of the cave. Now, I think in a previous episode I also mentioned that I thought the caves were respawning their materials. That does not appear to be the case. Oh, we didn't miss that one. It was just the entrance that was getting despawned on us there, so the ore nodes themselves are definitely not respawning since we've been back and forth in this cave a few times. Now, I just got the debuff on my lungs here, which is unfortunate. That's going to majorly sap my stamina while we're in here. Just waiting to see if the, I think there's another worm that spawns down there somewhere. We've got coal ore. This will be useful in, I believe, making steel, which is the next major metal past iron. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. There's a lot of, I think that's copper ores around here. Before I start swimming out there, though, I think we're going to jump back over and attempt to spawn this worm that I'm almost positive is right down here somewhere. There it is. Oh, okay. I thought there was 2 of them for a second there. Whew. We really probably should have brought another torch with us. That's alright. We've got the materials, I think, to make one back in the chest, but we'll just have to keep an eye on it. If it runs out while we're all the way back here, that could be problematic. We have not necessarily done the best job in planning for our expeditions so far. We're going to have to get better at that. The farther out from base we go, the more of a pain it is if something does go wrong. My torch is on the verge of giving out here, so I'm getting nervous. I'll try and get this iron ore, and then I think I'm going to go back to the entrance and see if we can locate the components for making a torch. I had them in my inventory, and then we tossed them back into that chest, so we've got to get moving there. But this lung debuff is really causing me some pain. Alright, I feel like we've gotten everything in that first part of the cave. We're going to move into the second part, see if we get mauled by worms. So much iron in here, which is just awesome. We're going to be doing massive amounts of base upgrades when we get back to base. This is going to be awesome. I think we've processed enough of the iron now that we could get ourselves all the way up into tier 3 with the coal that we've got as well. So if we kind of think about the tiers, I think of, hold on, get to the side. I was going to say, if we kind of think about the tiers, I think of tier 1 as the wood tier, wood and bone, and then tier 2 is iron, and then tier 3 would be steel, and tier 4 would be like the platinums and aluminums and stuff like that. I think I'm going to switch over to just the regular old iron pickaxe for getting the rest of this iron. I don't have the materials to repair this one, and I'd rather hang on to it in case we run across any more of the really high tier ores until I manage to get us into a better pickaxe here. Now I'm going to make my way back and dump what we've got before I harvest any more, or we're going to get to a point where I'm immobile. I'm so slow. I'm actually half tempted. I didn't keep all the materials on me. I was half tempted to build another chest right here and just stockpile it until we can finish mining. But alas, the trek back to the entrance shouldn't take but a moment if we can avoid having to do a full swim here. Our chest is starting to get full, which is probably a good problem to have. Our food ran out at some point here, so I'm not doing a great job of keeping an eye on that. We'll eat a few more things, give us a little bit of a boost to our overall health and stamina, although the stamina is not going to matter much with the... What is this debuff? The pneumonia. We got to figure out if there's a way to cure or prevent pneumonia, because it sure is annoying. Man, I'm just looking at how far in this pool of water goes. It's such a deep cave. Trying to figure out the best way to navigate that without swimming out there and getting stuck or mobbed by more random cave worms. I'm kind of curious if there's any other creatures besides the worms in these caves. I would hate to have an unwelcome surprise here. I have to say the experience from mining is quite nice. If we can manage to make it back to our base without dying, we might actually get to another level here soon. We're almost halfway through our experience debt here this episode. That's awesome. This is, I think, the farthest up the experience bar we've gotten since we restarted Icarus here. I'm excited. It feels like we're starting to get into the groove. I do think this chamber is the end of the cave here. I don't think that there's going to be another path back here. I think this is the end. That was where we came in, right over there, so now we're almost done. Ooh, there's something, a good ore up here. We're going to get the better pickaxe out again. think that's platinum, yep. So I'm gonna try and nab that here with the yield bonus. Making good progress. Still got at least a swing or two left in that good pickaxe. I think by the time it breaks here, by the end of this trip, I should say, we should have enough materials to build an equivalent pickaxe to that. I think steel is equivalent to that one. And so as long as I can get to a steel level of tools, we won't need that special one that I brought down with me from the space station. Ooh, we do have another little cave back here. All right, before I do that, I wanted to check up on this rock, make sure I wasn't missing anything. That all looks good. I've got a few more ores in the, I don't know what we'll call that, the pool area. But we're gonna check back here real quick. Man, this cave system just goes on forever. Or is this back towards the entrance? Because that's that copper node. Oh, that's back towards the entrance. Perfect. We have circled all the way around. Get a little disoriented in these caves, especially when the lights kind of flicker in and out here. So I need to figure out how to get that copper node. And then we've got the nodes over there. We should have stopped a while ago, but we're going to keep going. It's the last node. I thought that 3 nodes ago, but that's all right. We're going to do it anyway. All right, it's all mined out. We're actually up above where it's dark. Ooh, there's one over there. Okay, I can't get that one without emptying myself out a little bit first, so let's see if we can figure out how to get back there. Wow, it's really bright down here all of a sudden. That's nice. Oh, and our debuff from whatchamacallit wore off. We are no longer pneumoniaized. We no longer have pneumonia. Just looking around, this cave is so much easier to see in when it's light out. Oh. And as quickly as that happened, it went away. It must have been a bug or something. I don't know. But let's go drop this off, and then we got to go figure out if we can find that I think it was a platinum node that we were seeing back there. It's one last node that we kind of need to go get. And let's destroy this stone real quick. All right, everything is loaded up that I can load into there. We're going to take this little stack of wood and then dump another stack of copper ore over there just to free up some weights. And we're going to go get this last node, the last node in this cave. That lightning's kind of scary down here. Trying to figure out where that node was in relation to where we were standing before. Oh. Is that it? That looks like it might be the node. I don't know if it's actually platinum or not. That looks more like copper to me. Oh, titanium. This pickaxe ain't cutting it for titanium. Gotta use the upgraded one. Good to know. This is in the most awkward location. Well, I think we've gotten the last hit we're going to get on that titanium because our pickaxe is now broken. So we might as well get on out of here, start figuring out how we're going to get this stuff back to base. Also, we're having a flash storm outside, so I'd kind of like to figure out if we're going to have a base when we get back. I know I said I wanted to do major upgrades, but that doesn't mean I wanted to build it completely from scratch. I'd kind of like to live in that house until such a time as we're ready to switch. not terribly looking forward to running out there during a storm, though. So let's see, I'm going to take the unique ores back with us, the coals and the titaniums and stuff. I don't have a lot of use for copper just yet, so I'm going to put all the copper into the chest here. I'm going to leave some of the iron. Here's one. Oh, we got a bear coming. Oh, this is bad. I was not ready for that at all. Oh, I can't believe I just got mauled by the bear. We had all that experience too. All the experience is gone. Oh, goodness. That makes me so sad. Alright, well, I'm going to run back out there. We're going to get our body. I'll be right back. Alright, I have gotten back up to the cave and recovered our body. We need to use this suture kit to repair our wounds. Eat some food and get running here back up to the base with all of our goodies. Got a little bit of everything on us here. We're gonna try and be a little bit more prepared this time. Again, I cannot wait to get a firearm. Our bow knife combo doesn't seem to work so well against some of these higher level creatures. It works well enough when you're in control of what you're hunting, but I feel like I'm the one being hunted more often than not lately, and so we're going to make sure that we can get ourselves properly upgraded here. This is a large deer that's going to run away from me. I suppose I could probably try and snag it here real quick. Might as well. We're here. Not that I have to wait for this nonsense, but we're across the water, which is the hardest part when you're overweight. Yay, we've made it back to the base here. First thing I'm going to do is drop all of this metal into the smelter here. We're going to need some wood. There we are. And I've got all the advanced stuff on me still here. We'll be working on doing the upgrades to the more advanced items in a few moments here. Just want to get as much of this stuff dumped out as we can. And with all of that unloaded, let me go ahead. We're going to put this broken pickaxe away in here. Oh, I've even got some iron in my toolbar down here. I might as well get that loaded over here. I can move all of the finished bars over to this other workbench real quick. And we'll be right back with the rest of those materials. Got both of those deer. Nice. Well, we might as well grab that because we could use the leather and fur just to have a little bit more of a stockpile. I feel like we've been going through that pretty quick. I'm not going to bother with the... I need the bones for the epoxy, don't I? Alright, we're going to bother with the bones. We'll just grab them. They don't take that much weight. I'm more worried about the time I spend out in the open and the fact that it's getting dark fast. I do not want to be out here after dark. I feel like the monsters are even less friendly in the dark. Alright, I'm going to take the coal back. That's the heaviest. And then I think the iron is probably the most important. And I can't afford everything, so I'm going to do that much and call it a trip. We made it back. I'm going to turn our little floor torch on here. Gonna dump all of the iron and copper into here. Dump all of our raw meats over here. and everything else is going in the crafting bench. And I think this is probably going to be a great place to wrap up today's episode. We are officially done with our spelunking expedition to the cave. We've got tons of resources, and next episode, I think we're going to be finally upgrading the base like I've been talking about for the last 2 episodes. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe for more videos. That's all for today. Ketterk out.